Hey guys, Louis13 here. Today I want to try something a little different, and instead of just giving like compilations of like gameplay of certain games and stuff, I thought about doing like an actual video over me. If you don't know, I am an active duty Army member, and I am currently stationed in Alaska. I've been in for about 7 months. I'm 18 as of right now, and I want to talk about basic combat training. Um, As you probably know, if you're going to join the military, you have to go to basic training. There's no way around it. You have to do it. Does it suck? Yeah, it does. Does it suck as bad as you probably think it is? No, not really. It really depends on where you go. I went to Fort Jackson in South Carolina. That's where my basic was. I kind of just want to talk about the process and what it's like. Um, so yeah. So, as you already probably know, you have to talk to a recruiter in order to start your Army career. I was 17, and I enlisted February 16th, I believe. No, February 13th. And I was 17 years old. I had hair down to the fucking lower part of my back, and had a mustache and goatee. Looked like a hippie, and I still enlisted. Some people say, well, the Army is not for me. Well, obviously the Army wasn't for me either. I made it a part of me. I made it something that I could enjoy. And honestly, it's a good thing. I enjoy what I do. It's very unique. I'm never going to see any place like this ever in my life if I were to never join. So after you enlist, you're going to have a ship date. A ship date consists of it's like a series of papers that basically just says, "Hey, you're leaving this day." It's really complicated. I don't know why, but it is. And so my ship day, I believe, was July 4th. No, July 3rd of 2018. I was 18 by then, so no longer was I 17. And honestly, the first place you go to is reception. You go to reception, and before you get there, you have like these like jitters. You could be in like a van or a bus. It really depends where you're from. Uh, yeah, it really depends where you're from. In order that will decide how you're gonna get there. Some people fly, some people ride a bus, some people ride a van. I rode in a van. There was only like 3 other people with me. So all those videos on YouTube with like people on a bus, I didn't have that. It was just very intimate. Fucking 3 of us versus a whole all the drill sergeants, and I didn't even know what the fuck to call them. All right, so I never took ROTC at all. So obviously, I walked up there. I have long ass hair. First thing a drill sergeant says to me is like, "What the fuck's on your head, trainee?" All right, they call you fucking trainee. All right, they don't call you by any other name other than trainee. And honestly, I didn't even know what to say. I was like, I was just, it's disgusting, trainee. It's disgusting. And he just basically essentially the whole point of basic training is to break you down and build you back up. That's what everyone hears that all the time, and honestly, it does work. I'm still the same person. Like I'm like go fucking brain dead and go, oh, the Army's all I know. No, I don't fucking do that shit. Nobody does that shit. Um, it's really not hard. It really isn't. Um, Basically, you kind of know your worth a lot more. You kind of know what you can do, and what you can't do. Like I've never done something so hard in my life until I did basic training. And some people, they might have done something harder than basic training. So it really depends on who you are as a person. Um, Another thing, after you go to reception, I believe it's like almost a week, maybe a few days, where you're just in processing. You're getting all your information. They're shaving your head. They're doing all this other stuff. They're giving you shots, giving you your CIF gear, or essentially your Army gear. And that's pretty much the reason why there is reception. They kind of teach you the basics of marching a little bit. That's about it. They don't really do PT with you at reception, so you don't really got to worry about that. But once you get done with reception, you go to your actual company and battalion. I was a part of Delta Company 334. That was my company, Delta, and my battalion 334. It was it was quite the experience. Of course, when you get off the bus, you're like, run, run, run. You're holding like your bags. People are falling over. It's supposed to make you go like freak out internally. Like it's a culture shock. It really is. But there's different phases in basic training. So for 3 weeks, you're gonna be in red phase. Red phase is like when they just smoke you for no reason. They you look at somebody wrong. You talk the wrong way. Everybody gets smoked. You get smoked. Everybody hates each other. It's really stressful. They'll wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to smoke you for no reason. Um, and then after that is white phase. White phase is like, all right, I'll give you a little bit of freedom, but I'm still gonna smoke the dog shit out of you. And they did that. So like for example, um, like they'll have PGs. They'll have like platoon guides. They'll assign certain people of the platoon to guide or instruct the other members. And you know, if they fuck up, we all do push-ups. It's really complicated. Not really, but still, I just it'd be way too long for me to explain like ranks and what you do and platoon guides and team leaders and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, after that, after white phase is blue phase. Blue phase is like they're really letting you off the hook now. They don't really smoke you as much. It's more about learning, and there's tests in between each phase, and you have to pass them. By the way, um, and you know you got to know the soldier's creed. You have to know all these things. You got to know how to shoot. You got to do ruck marches. It's pretty basic, hence the name basic training. You're gonna learn how to shoot an M4A1, and after that, after blue phase, you're gonna do this thing, or during blue phase, should I say, you're gonna do this thing called, at Fort Jackson at least, I'm pretty sure it's called the Forge. The Forge is like 12 miles, 14 miles of ruck marching. And if you don't know, ruck marches are like fucking like you wear this huge ass backpack and you fill it up with shit and you walk with your gun in your hand for 12 miles. And I remember I think we had 3 breaks within those 12 miles, which really sucked, by the way. Um, it's really easy to get discouraged in basic, and trust me, if you don't write now, if you don't write like letters and shit, you are going to write them in basic. It is the only thing to do. You're either gonna do that or you're gonna draw. There's no in between. You gotta do something. You get so fucking bored, you don't know what the hell you're gonna do. Um, so yeah, I wrote a ton of letters in basic. I got a ton of letters in basic. I drew a lot. You really just do anything to pass the time, because you know everybody wants to get out of basic, so you get to pass the time doing something. Some people get in fights and shit in basic. Don't do that. You'll get kicked out immediately. Um, but another thing, the Forge, 12 miles, really shitty. It's like 4 days long. And yeah, I kind of hated my fucking life while I did that. Kind of wanted to die. Not really. I don't want to die, but still, it kind of sucked. And but once you get past it, though, you feel so accomplished. And then you go into red, white, and blue phase. And what red, white, and blue phase is like you're basically done. You're just waiting to graduate now. And whenever you graduate, it's like this huge, like you're at this field, blah blah blah. But I wouldn't know because my graduation got canceled due to Hurricane Harvey. So yeah, as you know, Hurricane Harvey was like on the east side of the states, and I was in South Carolina, and there was a hurricane. So they canceled the graduation and family day. If right before graduation there's a thing called family day where your family can come down, you guys have a whole day to yourselves. Yeah, that didn't happen. So a lot of people cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried too. But after that, after let's say I did graduate, like a proper graduation and stuff, you get to go to AIT. So AIT will be a completely different video. But basic training it's no joke, but it's not what you probably think. There are no drill sergeants, like, I don't know, like beating the shit out of you and stuff. It's not gonna happen. It's not legal for that to happen. If they ever smack the shit out of you, like that's a fucking, they will get their whole career taken away. No joke. So with that said, that's pretty much all it is about basic training. There's a lot more stuff in between. You know, you got the rifle ranges. You gotta do the two other ruck marches before the forge, which is called the hammer and the anvil. They're obviously not as hard because they're before the forge. There's a gas chamber, as you saw in the beginning of the video. I had a picture of me in the gas chamber, or coming out of it, should I say. That was kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it sounds stupid of me to say, but it was kind of fun. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just something different, because every day you just do, like you just practice marching, or like commands and shit. It's really boring. So to get my eyes burned with CS guys, it was like the best thing I did that week. So yeah, that's pretty much all it is about basic training. It's not hard. You've probably heard this. It's all mental. It really is. If you're not physically able to do it, they will make you physically able to do it. They will smoke you, and when they smoke you, which means like, hey, do fucking push-ups training. That's what it means to smoke. And really, they will make you physically strong. There's no doubt about it. You don't have a choice. You kind of have to get strong. You have PT tests, all these other things. But other than that, that's really all there is about basic training. If you enjoyed the video, like and or subscribe. Until next time, farewell.